Okay, so I just want to preface this video by saying no, I do not think that Spencer Smith is a false teacher or a wolf or a deceiver or anything like that. He is indeed qualified to teach the Bible and lead a ministry, but be that as it may, there are times when legitimate teachers do miss the mark, and Spencer is unintentionally deceiving any viewers who believe his assessment on this video. Spencer is conveying to us that Jake Paul is winning his celebrity boxing matches because Satan is giving him superpowers. Okay, let me see if I can put this into proper perspective.
I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear, and you need to hear it now.
No, actually we don't need to hear this. This comes across like fear-mongering. If you ignore Jake Paul and people like Jake Paul and you focus on God and you focus on what Christ did for us on the cross, then none of this other stuff matters. Why do any of us need to focus on Jake Paul?
About Jake Paul, the boxer.
First of all, Jake Paul is not even a boxer. He's a YouTuber who made millions on his YouTube channel and then used his celebrity to challenge other celebrity non-boxers to a boxing match.
I may be the only guy on the internet who's saying this, and I'm kind of taking a risk and even putting this out there for you to hear. But Jake Paul is not winning boxing matches because he is talented, although he is. He's not winning matches because he's a good boxer, although I guess he is. Jake Paul is winning matches because Jake Paul is practicing the occult.
No, no, Jake Paul's winning these celebrity boxing matches because he's not fighting actual boxers. Now, I do believe Jake Paul's involved in the occult, no doubt, but that's not why he's winning these glorified exhibition boxing matches. He's only winning because he's ducking actual boxers. He's fighting retired NBA players who are like 5'8" and retired UFC wrestlers. And some may think these spectacles are entertaining, and that's fine, but they are not legitimate boxing matches. Jake Paul knows not to fight any actual boxers because he'd get massacred. And the thing is that Spencer here thinks that Jake Paul is beating actual boxers. This is what I'm saying. Spencer doesn't know what he's talking about. But he's making videos talking as if he's well informed, and as a Christian teacher slash preacher, you should not do that. You need to do your research before making videos and influencing your viewers.
He is practicing a new age form of Satanism, and he even shows himself doing it. He doesn't hide this. Jake Paul is an occultist and is getting spiritual power from a dark force that is enabling him to win boxing matches.
No, he is not. He is winning these matches because he's not fighting boxers. Yes, he does do some new age rituals, but so do a lot of other athletes who don't win. Let him fight. Let him fight Canelo Alvarez. And let's see. And let's see how much his satanic superpowers help him. Could you imagine Jake Paul fighting Canelo Alvarez?
That is a fact.
No, it's not. I will concede if Jake Paul were to beat Canelo Alvarez, then I would agree it is in fact satanic superpowers.
Hey guys, your friend Spencer here. I'm just looking here at my Twitter feed, and Jake Paul tonight he fought Tyrone Woosley, and everybody who knows fighting knows that's a big name guy.
Yes, he was a big name in the UFC, but he wasn't a boxer. And after a string of embarrassing losses over the last couple years, retired. This isn't that big of an upset. Yes, I admit I did think Woodley was going to win, But since he's not a boxer, it's not that shocking that he lost an exhibition boxing match, which is all this was.
And the video of him knocking him out is brutal. I mean, we'll probably just put it right here on the screen for you so that you can see it. Just unbelievable how he's just got such power at his punches and things like that.
It's called steroids.
And he's 5-0 as a professional boxer now.
He's not a professional boxer. He's never actually fought another boxer. Therefore, how can you be a professional boxer? He may call himself a professional boxer, but in 2021, we're allowed to identify ourselves as anything we want.
But guys, we did a video sometime this year called "Does Jake Paul Worship Satan?" And I want to put a link to the video in the description of this. I want you to go back and watch this video. This is very important.
Yeah, Jake Paul may worship Satan, but guess what? He still ain't beating any actual boxers. Let's stop giving the devil more credit than he deserves.
And this man is saying that there is a spiritual force guiding this boxing career. And it is not the Holy Spirit of God. It is something else. And it even shows Jake Paul and all of his friends and his team and all that stuff getting down in the basement and doing rituals and screaming. And it is something out of an 80s horror movie what this guy is doing.
Yeah, and what he's doing is just dumb, like everything else he's ever done on YouTube is dumb. The guy is a caricature who's living his best life now while embracing Satan and rejecting Christ. Why do I want to pay attention to Satanists? I don't want to think about Jake Paul or any of these other Satanists. The only power Satan has is the power we give him. If Satanists want to give Satan their time and energy, that's their choice. I choose to focus on Jesus and the finished work he did on the cross to reconcile me back to God. I don't care about what Jake Paul is doing in his basement. Ignore Jake Paul. Ignore these Satanists. The only time we should acknowledge a Satanist is when they disguise themselves as Christians and infiltrate the church. And that's only to warn the flock so you know to steer clear.
And he's not hiding it. That's the thing about all this. This man is not hiding what he's doing.
Who cares what Jake Paul is doing? Focus on God. Meditate on the Word. Stay in tune with the Holy Spirit. And people like Jake Paul have no influence. Stop feeding him. Stop feeding the devil your focus, time, attention, and energy that should be reserved for Jesus. But you're over here talking about Jake Paul like he's worshiping the devil. Who cares? A lot of people worship the devil. The Word tells us, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Therefore, why do I care about what Jake Paul is doing? The truth is, too many of you think the devil is more entertaining than Jesus. That is why you give him your attention. So maybe you need to figure out why that is. Why is the gospel not enough? Why is the gospel not entertaining enough? Why do I need to feed celebrities? And a lot of Christians will justify it with, well, we need to pray for them. And that's fine. So go ahead, pray for them. Nothing wrong with that. But no reason to talk about them, feed them, entertain them, and cloud our mind with their pollution.
He's telling you this. I'm an open occultist, and my occultism and my religious spiritual practices behind closed doors that really are, we're airing this on Showtime. This is giving me spiritual power, and because of this, I'm winning my boxing matches.
Yeah, except that he's not. Steroids is giving him spiritual power. He can do all the rituals and worship Satan in his basement all day if he wants. He ain't beating an actual boxer.